Far beyond the sun's reach, Voyager 1 drifts alone in the vast silent sea between the stars. It is a solitary traveller, venturing where no human-made object has ever gone before, surrounded by endless darkness and the faint glow of distant galaxies. Launched in 1977, it's our farthest emissary, humanity's tiny, persistent outpost in interstellar space. Voyager 1 carries with it the hopes, dreams and curiosity of an entire planet, a golden record of our existence and a message for any who might one day find it. For nearly 50 years it sent back whispers from the void, tasting strange particles and measuring faint magnetic fields. Its instruments, though aging, continue to reveal secrets about the space between the stars, sending home data that has transformed our understanding of the cosmos. The Sun is now just another star to Voyager, its warmth a distant memory. The spacecraft is powered by the last traces of radioactive decay, its energy slowly fading as it journeys ever farther from home. On Earth, a dedicated team has watched over it, nurturing this living mission across billions of miles. Generations of scientists and engineers have passed the torch, ensuring Voyager's voice is not lost in the cosmic silence. Every signal is precious, a fragile thread connecting us to our most distant explorer. Each faint transmission is a triumph over distance and time, a reminder of our reach into the unknown. But deep space is unforgiving. Time, cold and radiation threaten even the most robust machines. The spacecraft faces hazards unimaginable on Earth, and every year brings new challenges to its survival. Voyager has outlived all expectations, but in late 2024, a new crisis loomed, one that could silence our lonely sentinel forever. The world watched anxiously, knowing that the end of Voyager's journey would mark the close of a remarkable era in exploration. The next chapter would test the limits of human ingenuity, determination, and the enduring spirit of discovery. October 16th, 2024. What began as a routine command to Voyager 1 would soon trigger an unprecedented disaster, one that no one at NASA could have anticipated. Instead of simply warming a component, the spacecraft's fault protection system misinterpreted the command. In a split second, it shut down non-essential systems, including the main radio transmitter, Voyager's only voice to Earth. Suddenly, after decades of continuous data, the flow stopped cold. Earth's massive antennas, always listening, now heard only an empty, haunting silence. For the mission team, it was a gut punch. Voyager wasn't just a machine, it was a piece of humanity, a silent ambassador now lost in the endless void. Days stretched into anxious waiting. No data, no health checks, just a long, agonizing quiet. The team could only imagine what was happening millions of miles away. Engineers could still send commands, but had no idea if Voyager was listening or if their words were vanishing into the void. Each attempt took nearly 2 days for a round-trip signal, everyone a shot in the dark, every moment filled with uncertainty and hope. The team faced the unthinkable. Voyager, adrift and silent, might become a ghost ship, its discoveries and stories locked away forever, drifting through interstellar space. The mission's end might come not with a bang, but with a chilling, sudden quiet, a silence that echoed across the cosmos. But the team refused to give up. Their determination was unwavering, fueled by decades of exploration and discovery. Somewhere out there, a faint hope remained, a chance that Voyager might still be listening, waiting for a lifeline. They began searching for a whisper in the cosmic static, determined to reconnect with their distant traveller, no matter how faint the signal. Refusing to surrender, NASA's engineers scoured every clue, determined to find a way through the silence. Every scrap of data, every anomaly was pored over with relentless focus. The team's experience and intuition became their greatest tools as they searched for a sign of life from Voyager. Their best guess? Voyager's backup S-band transmitter, untouched since 1981, might have somehow activated. It was a long shot, a technical gamble, but hope was all they had. They reconfigured Earth's massive antennas, tuning them to listen for the faintest possible signal, straining to catch even a whisper from the void. Days passed in anxious anticipation. Then, on October 22nd, 2024, a miracle. An almost imperceptible carrier tone, barely above the cosmic noise. It was Voyager 1, alive and reaching out, whispering across 15.5 billion miles of empty space. The signal was weak but unmistakable. The relief in mission control was overwhelming. Cheers and tears mingled as the team realized the probe wasn't lost after all, just speaking in a much fainter voice than before. This faint signal proved the spacecraft still had power and could receive commands from Earth. It was a lifeline, a fragile foothold for recovery, and a testament to the resilience of both machine and human spirit. The silence was broken, but the real work was just beginning. Now, the team faced the daunting task of diagnosing the problem and attempting a full recovery, knowing every step mattered. Voyager's resilience and the team's persistence had bought precious time. Against all odds, the mission was back from the brink and hope was rekindled. But new dangers were already on the horizon, waiting in the vast, uncharted darkness ahead. Relief was short-lived. Analysis revealed Voyager's backup thrusters, vital for keeping its antenna pointed at Earth, were failing. Decades of use had clogged their fuel lines. Total failure was predicted by fall 2025. If the antenna drifted, all contact would be lost permanently. The only alternative, the primary thrusters, declared dead since 2004 after their heaters lost power. Firing them cold could destroy the spacecraft. For years, these thrusters were considered lost forever. Now, with the backup system failing, the team faced a desperate choice. Could they revive a system thought irreparably broken from billions of miles away? The clock was ticking, and the odds were daunting. Voyager's survival depended on a daring, last-ditch gamble. The team hatched a bold plan. What if the primary thrusters heaters weren't dead, but disabled by a software glitch? If so, a single command might restore power, a digital resurrection after 20 years. The risks were huge. A wrong move could doom the mission. But with nothing to lose, they meticulously crafted a command to flip the hypothetical switch. Every line of code was checked, every scenario simulated. On March 19, 2025, they sent the command, a digital prayer across the void. Now all they could do was wait. The fate of Voyager and decades of exploration hung in the balance. Would the ghost circuit come back to life? The wait was excruciating. 23 hours for the command to reach Voyager, 23 more for a reply. The team watched the clock, hearts pounding. On March 20th, 2025, the first telemetry trickled in. All eyes were on one number, the temperature of the primary thruster fuel lines. For 20 years, it had read only the deep cold of space. Suddenly, the temperature began to rise. The heaters were working, cheers erupted. The impossible had happened. The primary thrusters, thought lost forever, were alive. Voyager had been saved. Again. Against all odds, human ingenuity had reached across the stars. The mission had a new lease on life. The timing was critical. The only antenna powerful enough to command Voyager, the 70-metre dish in Canberra, was about to go offline for a year of upgrades. If the fix hadn't worked before May 4th, 2025, Voyager would have been lost. The team's flawless execution under immense pressure saved the mission with just weeks to spare. Now Voyager could hold its orientation through the long communications blackout. The spacecraft was ready to survive on its own. The miracle save was not just technical, it was a triumph of timing, teamwork and determination. Voyager's future was secured, pulled back from the brink. With its thrusters revived and its link to Earth intact, Voyager 1 sails on, over 15.5 billion miles from home. It's our first scout in interstellar space, sending back data that reshapes our understanding of the galaxy. But Voyager is more than science. It's a symbol of our urge to explore. On board, the golden record carries our message to the cosmos, a testament to hope and curiosity. The recent crisis proved the power of persistence and creativity. Voyager's survival is a human achievement, a story of care across unimaginable distance. As it journeys onward, it reminds us a piece of us is out there still exploring. Its mission inspires us to keep reaching for the stars. Please like and subscribe to Cosmic Discover.